I can tell you right now, I've made freaking millions of dollars at this point with different businesses and online ventures and consistent passive income streams like YouTube and AdSense revenue and freaking CPA marketing and big paid ad campaigns. So this is going to be some of the most advanced marketing techniques out there by far. It's so freaking awesome. Okay. So one of the first tips I want to give you guys regarding like a very advanced marketing strategy, and I want to cover some stuff about Art of War, Sun Tzu Art of War, because that book really applies to business and marketing and everything. Okay. So, but something I want to mention. So get a loan. Like this is a very powerful method that's very advanced. Get a loan or get like a credit card, okay, that lets you have travel points and other things added onto it when you use this credit card or loan. And the reason why this is so powerful is because you're leveraging money that's not yours fully. You can pay that money back. But if you guys are in a situation where you don't have much money or you have a lot of money and you want to leverage that and not use that money, you can literally make huge benefits and gains just by leveraging someone else's money, or you can get a straight up loan from a bank, or you can get money from a lender, or you can get money from just using a credit card, okay? Now, getting approved for a loan or a bank comes down to your income level and all that stuff in your credit score, but you can borrow money from friends, family, okay? And you can literally, if you have a good marketing strategy, you can test things fast in the market, whatever platform you want to advertise. Let's say you want to do YouTube ads or Facebook ads or something like that. You can literally run these ads with this money that's not yours yet, but you're also getting points and everything from it if you're doing a credit card. And I mean, using that leverage is super, super powerful. That's a very advanced marketing strategy. Most people don't do it. Most people would just use their own money, obviously. But I'm telling you right now, when you do this, the power of it is, let's say you get a loan for $50,000. Let's say you get approved for a loan for that much. This is very painful, cyst, okay? Let's say you get a loan for $50,000 and this $50,000 loan you put into ads, okay? And it's successful within spending $1,000, you get it all profitable. The whole entire ad campaign's profitable. You're able to now scale with someone else's money, which is the bank's money, with that $50,000. Let's say you make a 3x ROI, for example, ROI, return on investment, okay? And basically that means you made $150,000. Then you're gonna get approved for a bigger loan. You pay off the other loan that you just got, or it's a credit card you have too. Whichever scenario. And I mean, you get bigger loans, you scale to the moon, bro. I'm telling you, that's one of the most powerful things ever. Kind of like in the book Art of War or any other book about battles and war. Smart generals, they will send scouts out first to go scope out what's happening on the enemy's side. Okay? And this applies to marketing in one way that I can have as an example is you're going to test the market, okay? You're going to find out what's happening. Do they respond well to your ads? Do they buy what you're selling? Are they actually interested in it, okay? And because of that scout, just putting forth a little bit of money of your whole army, your whole entire money that you're using to scale with, you're able to test fast. You're able to see what's happening. And then you could scale, bro, big. Next one I want to talk about, this is the most powerful out of all the tips, but all of them equally are super, super effective. Okay, so break-even advertising, bro. When you're able to like break even on ads, you win, okay? And the reason why, I'm sure you can think about the reason why is very clear. Let's say you have an army, okay? This is your army. You have a bunch of infantry, okay? Footmen, foot soldiers. The other army has a bunch of archers and skirmishers, let's say, okay? Your army is equally as powerful as their army, okay? What happens is they go to war. Boom, 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 boom. They're clashing and they all fall. They all fall. It's all broken even. In war, that's a scenario that's really not that great. But depending on a bigger strategy like what I'm about to tell you, let's say this army had all their archers and skirmishers, but they just got wiped out by what they thought. What they thought was their equally as powerful army. Totally, it's all equally wiped out. But you had a whole extra, equally as powerful army waiting to break even and take out their army. You just made all profit. You took out everything else on the other side. And why this is powerful in marketing is if you're able to do that, like if you're able to put $1 in, make $1 back every single time you put $1 in, You just acquired customers. That's the most valuable thing inside of business by far. Customers, bro. Nothing beats that, okay? Because what happens is you just broke even on your ads. I don't care how much work you put in. I don't care how much money you put in to break even. You just did it. You just did it. Okay, you should be throwing crazy parties. This is what I'm always going for in my paid ad campaigns. This is what everyone goes for that's advanced, okay? You just broke even. Let's say you acquired thousands of customers. All of a sudden, you're able to promote an affiliate offer or a new offer to those customers and make racks. I'm talking huge income, all profit, because you were able to break even, okay? There's nothing better than that. Now, there are scenarios when, let's say your army was more skilled too, and it was able to beat the army and have more left over. That's called profitability over the break-even funnel. Like, you're even more profitable than just break-even. Like, you're actually profiting with cold traffic scaling. And marketing really comes down to acquiring customers, so don't forget that. Let's say they also converted, they have some monks in their army, and they converted the other armies, some army men inside their army, to join their side. Okay, so that's kind of the example there. And I'm telling you, man, like, this is the number one thing you have to be able to do. And I'm going to give you some tips here of how to actually do this. So in break-even marketing, the key things you have to do, you must have more than one offer. Thou shalt have more than one offer, okay? The reason why is because it gives you more opportunities to sell and make extra money. More than one offer can come down to it's a lot of your own offers, or it's a lot of it's a lot of affiliate offers too, okay? Or just other monetization methods as well. And I'm telling you this right now also, you can literally advertise. You could straight up advertise on any platform and just crush it. You can advertise on multiple platforms. It doesn't matter which platform you choose. You can become a master at any platform. YouTube, Facebook, adult marketing, etc. Freaking Snapchat ads. I mean, it never ends. There's so many freaking methods out there to advertise with. It's literally insane. You could even do influencer marketing, do a break-even advertising method. But that's going to be something I'll talk about in a bit. But, you know, those who are able to acquire a lot of attention are powerful. Do you want to be powerful? Like, I'm going to get a little personal here. Okay, imagine what your superpower would be. Like, your dream superpower. What would it possibly be in this world? Okay? My sister's hurting even more. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, man, would it be so crazy powerful to be able to control time, go back in time, go back to those mistakes, those mess ups, those things you wish would have gone better, that girl you wish you would have talked to, okay? Think about all those times. Think about wanting to know, like, I was thinking about this, like, wanting to know what the future could be like. Those types of things. It pisses me off, man. Because I'm like, man, I just wish I had that power. You know, and I got really, because I was just like in my own thoughts, like it's kind of like a meditation thing, okay? And I just thought about it, I'm like, man, that would be so cool. Now think about a power for you that you would love to have. And man, that'd be so great, right? But the thing is, in this world, there are superpowers you can acquire, okay? Discipline is one of them. Education, intelligence, knowledge in general, wisdom. That's another. Another one is money for sure. Money is like fuel units, as a big mentor of all of ours likes to say, fuel units. Money is that, okay? Another one is actual physical strength, physical health. That's another one. Another one is attention, okay? And it can go on and on and on. You can acquire actual superpowers in this world. And I mean, I realized this a long time ago, but recently I was just thinking about that superpower. I'm like, man, I just wish I had that. But I realized I do have superpowers. I have a lot of money. I have a lot of freedom. I have health. There's people that are in way less shape than I am. And I'm sure you can list all of your superpowers as well. I have knowledge. Sometimes I think I'm really dumb, but they say the more you know, the more you may feel dumb. But I still feel very dumb. But at the same time, you know, acquire all those superpowers, okay? And you're going to become powerful. And I just want to bring that up because the acquiring of attention at a huge magnitude or volume is literally one of the most powerful skill sets in this world. Also, persuasion is a superpower too, but like there's endless amounts of superpowers. And so that's an advanced marketing thing to understand. So the ability to acquire lots of attention wins, bro. Wins. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is the power of collabs. Okay. I'm not just talking about any type of collab. There's several different areas you could go here that's advanced. Okay. A collab could just be like shout out for shout out. That's basic. An actual collab where you literally, let's say you're promoting a product. This is the best scenario in advanced marketing. Let's say you're selling a product and you give everyone you collab with a very, very much so incentivized commission on whatever it is you're selling. Let's say you're doing a book launch. Okay. You go on people's shows, their podcasts, their shows, their YouTube channels, etc., and you interact with them and you talk about the book, you talk about other things. That is very, very advanced. You go on radio shows, etc. Like it gets crazy. And that becomes your advanced marketing angle. And why this is so powerful is because everyone has their true fans. People who, will buy anything they recommend. Okay? So when you go on multiple shows and these people are recommending your product and they're getting commission for it, of course, this is very advanced. You'll see top marketers do this stuff. It's a lot of work, but man, is it powerful. Another one is doing collabs with friends or other creators in like a content house or localized area where you guys deliberately make content together and grow together. You'll see this in content houses and stuff like that. That's very advanced, okay? There's houses, there's only a few I've ever heard of. One called Hype House. There was Jake Paul's house, Team 10. Even Logan Paul's done this. David Dobrik. There's some vloggers. It's a vlogger angle. I'm telling you, vlogging and introducing characters and creating a story that never ends, essentially, because the characters will never end. That's very powerful, okay? So vlogging can be introduced into any niche, and doing collabs, for sure, can be introduced in any niche, okay? You don't have to do vlogs. You can do collabs where you're just talking with people like a podcast type style, okay? Or an interview. That's very, very powerful. Thank you so much for watching. Still, by the way, you are awesome, and thanks for watching Machines Learning Machines. Okay, next thing I want to cover here is high VRIN score, content creation. This is literally one of the most powerful things, but the thing is, it requires a lot of creativity and time and effort, but the payoff can be grand. I'm talking huge. And the best scenario for this is YouTube. YouTube's the biggest platform out there. You can do this for TikTok too. TikTok would be easier because shorter content. You can still do this with YouTube Shorts as well. But why shorter content is easier is because it's shorter and doesn't require longer creation, okay? But YouTube videos that are longer will always pay off better. And as someone you can look at that does high VRIN score stuff is Mr. Beast, but there's a lot of creators out there that do this, okay? High VRIN score, which means it's very, very high in value. It's very high in rare. It's very high in inimitable and non-substitutable. You're already ahead of most marketers when you already know this principle now, okay? Just rate all your content, if you're doing content marketing, from 1 to 10 on the VRIN score scale. If it's 10, then it's going to go viral, essentially. Things that are just hard to copy get attention. They keep attention. They're amazing, okay? And they win. They win big. Okay, I burped. Oh, next is high VRIN, still high VRIN score. But literally, think about like how you can create high VRIN score. And usually high VRIN score stuff, it's like something you can do with your body that's very unique and crazy. Maybe it's something just so hard to pull off, like a setting or a situation or artwork. Maybe it's something just so unexpected or novel. It's insane. Maybe it's one of those things, okay? Who knows? The point is, you brainstorm this, and not only that, when you're brainstorming, you can also go look at other content pieces that have high VRIN score and went viral. And most times, everything that ever went viral was high VRIN score in some way or another. Literally, a very, very funny thing that's broad appeal is very high VRIN score. It's hard to make something very funny that's so broad appeal for everybody, that even gets shared, because there's so much funny content out there, you know? Okay. Let's talk about this next one, referrals that are incentivized. Incentivized referrals. Referrals incentivized. Incentivized referrals, incentivized referral was incentivized. So powerful, man. Literally, let's say you acquired a bunch of customers and then you decided you wanted to have them like recommend you to a bunch of friends and family of theirs and their audiences, and essentially. What you would do is you'd incentivize them to share. And man, is that powerful. You'll see, what's his name? Jay Abraham, super big legendary marketer guy, okay? And he was big on this, like referrals, especially for high ticket sales referrals, okay? Even it can work with low ticket or anything, or just in general growing an audience, okay? So you incentivize people with a physical giveaway or money giveaway or something, and you ask them, hey, go share with 3 people and you're entered to win, or you could give away like a PDF or a free video course or something like that. And that's very powerful because you're incentivizing people to grow the audience. Huge, okay? It's a huge growth hack, and there's a lot of companies who do this in their own ways. Like for example, Dropbox, for example, they incentivized their audience to share with people, and they would have more space in their Dropbox open up. Okay, a digital platform for opening for data storage. Okay. The next thing I want to cover is super great physical products that get seen a lot and are very likable products, okay? So, you'll see Tesla out on the road a lot, and it's a really good product. That's what I'm saying here. Like products that people just love but get seen a lot, and it's free marketing. They don't put any money in marketing. Tesla doesn't. Even iPhone hardly does that much, but at first I'm sure they just blew up a ton of money into marketing, okay? So Apple's done that. Amazon has affiliates, and that's kind of a growth hack right there. A huge advanced marketing growth hack is having affiliates promoting whatever it is you sell, okay? Nothing beats that, pretty much. I think of some scenarios where there are better things, like freaking break-even marketing. But in general, just having a lot of like experts in their field promote an offer of yours that are affiliate marketers, that's huge. It's huge. But anyway, let's say you have just a physical product, like let's say you have a food restaurant and you put your logo on all the packaging and stuff, and it gets drifted around in the wind, down the street, it's on someone's car windshield, it gets shown, that's my point. And it gets seen. Let's say you're carrying it home one day or walking home one day after ordering food. I don't know. People see it. People see the logo and it triggers in their mind. I think it's from one of these books out here or something where it's one of the triggers. It's called Triggers. Not the book, but the type of psychology principle. In marketing, when you already have a lot of brand awareness, all you have to do is put your logo out there and it just triggers people. It's basically mere association bias, bro. Just mere association, people are gonna freaking buy all day. Okay, next thing I want to cover here is a lot of reward, okay? When you up the dopamine releases that the people can have when they watch your marketing, that's huge. It could be people laughing, could be someone like physically attractive that they are attracted to, like the opposite sex, or yeah. And then it could be just appealing in general. It could be colors. It's been physically proven, like colors are bright, just light in general, that can release dopamine a little bit, because dark doesn't as well. And there's a whole lot to this. Just surprise and novelty and unexpectedness, that releases dopamine insane. You'll look at some of the songs that lasted throughout history, they have a little twist in the song, a little twist. And that wins really, really big. Put a little sugar in your marketing, okay? Let's say you're running a lemonade stand as a kid and the lemonade is a little bitter and no one comes back to buy again and again and again. Because in business, you do want people to buy again and again and again. That's what makes a business a lot. And then you get a little advice from your mentor, your mom, let's say. She's like, put a little sugar in it. It might make people come back. So you up the dose of sugar, you go woo, 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 woo. Okay? And you just dump sugar in it. And all of a sudden, you have people coming back, and let's say you also decrease your prices. That can put a little sugar in it in a way, decreasing prices. Or you up the prices too. Makes it more desirable too. And when you up that reward, that's a super response in the brain, okay? That's a huge super response. People react like a buyer frenzy when there's just huge dopamine releases, and that's what reward essentially is. Reward can also be giveaways. Like for example, for the no limits method, I'm literally giving away $100,000 of Bitcoin this month to one of the people who buy the no limit method. That's a lot of reward, and that's one of the biases. And it's not meant to manipulate because it's true, okay? And when you add reward into your marketing, man, that's powerful. Like, think about all the marketing you've ever done and haven't done that, and it hasn't worked, or it has. Like, think why it has worked and stuff, and think why it hasn't worked. And this is something that really does make a big change. Another thing is, I want to talk about one of the biases real quick. I didn't have this planned. It's another super response. It's called deprival super reaction tendency. I guess you could call it super deprival, but I think it's called loss aversion. It's called loss aversion bias. And it's a super response tendency in the brain where basically people react to extreme measures when something's lost. Let's say you had the choice between reward or loss aversion. Let's say you had a choice. Would you rather lose $100 or gain $100? Okay? You'd rather not lose $100 and you'd rather gain the 100, right? That's how the choice is decided there. So I would say in a lot of cases, most people are more motivated by avoiding loss, okay? I'd say most people are that way. Most entrepreneurs are more motivated by gains or reward bias in general, okay? And when you know that about yourself, that's very powerful. But you have to really think about it. You also got to think about the 4 M's of motivation: materialism, movement, mastery, and mating. Which one motivates you more than the others? All of them will motivate you, but one will motivate you more than others. So just think about that, okay? Another thing is, don't be boring, okay? But it's better to be weird or controversial or wild, okay? But never is it good to be boring, okay? It's never a good idea to be boring at all. Let's say you're running an ad and it's like just monotone, boring, or even worse, okay? Let's say it's just text on a screen they have to read. Nowadays, you really need more visuals, okay? And more entertainment, okay? And that's what works in marketing. Weird works exceptionally well, and it's almost more predictable to get attention and good positive attention and reactions from people if it's weird, okay? Novelty is the utmost best, by the way. All of this, if it's broad appeal, it has bigger potential, like it appeals to all ages, all genders, all races, all income types, all areas of the world, all languages. That's the best scenario, and that's worldwide appeal. Doing that would require looking at what's worked for others, because there's only so many out there that really has gone so broad appeal across all languages and everything like that. Usually it's music. But yeah, I'm telling you, like, being crazy and wild, that's better than being boring. Just think about all this, okay? And when you're doing marketing, like, most people should want to be a marketer. Like I said, it's a superpower. Like, why would you not want to do that, okay? Like, I've been depressed in my life, and I would have said, no, I don't want to have a superpower. I would have said that. And I've been depressed many times, okay? Been very suicidal, okay? And I can tell you right now, having a superpower is ultimately what someone would want. Like, and the acquirement of bringing in, like acquiring a lot and a lot and a lot is very powerful. Getting superpowers, okay? So let's keep going here. Leveraging the power of stories in marketing, okay? In marketing, you want to basically have a lot of brand awareness and craft an ongoing story. Great marketing pieces have an ongoing story to it, okay? And so, you know, how do you craft a story? A story has characters. Every time a story has characters, okay? And the character has likable traits, maybe a powerful trait. Maybe the character is in a victim scenario. Maybe the character is funny. There's a lot of elements to the character. Now, the character goes on a journey. And in your marketing, the journey should never end. In a movie, it should, because it's a movie. Or a book, it should. There's sequels to things, though, too. Okay? But an ongoing story wins time and time again, bro, okay? And so what makes a story keep attention, this is the most important element of it all. There's 2, conflict and desire. Now, let's talk about this. There are 4 different types of desires, and you need to figure that out for what your character is in the beginning. So let's think about this real quick, just right off the bat. McDonald's. We don't really know much about his story. If McDonald's came out with, like, content around his story, that'd be great. Same with any other brand that's huge out there that has like a mascot or something, okay? They should really have content that tells a story about this character, man. There's huge connection with this. And what makes the connection with people is the vulnerability, the conflict, the drama, the weaknesses of the character. I'm telling you, there's nothing that beats that, that makes connection with people, okay? And in your marketing, you want that big time. And so, you know, the more conflict, by the way, the higher the conflict is, and the more painful the more pain the character's going through in general. That is so powerful, man. I'm telling you, and that'll keep people watching forever. Now, what is the 4 types of desires for a character? 4 types of desires is to escape, to stop, or retrieve, or to win. Okay, there's 4 right there. You can rewatch that. Now, the most common is to win. Okay, sometimes in a horror movie, the desire is to escape, or even in a dystopian, actually in a dystopian film, I would say it's more so to stop something from happening. I would say in a journey to retrieve something, that could be something like an item or some prop in the show that goes stolen. Maybe it's money or something. Like that's the story of retrieving back, okay? And then there's internal conflicts, and then there's external conflicts of a character. Like we could go on and on about the power of story. I remember, and I always still study this, but I went on like a 2-month binge of studying the crap out of how to tell great stories and stuff. And I can tell you right now, the most key element of all of it, it doesn't matter who the character is, you can make them really great. But the backstory makes people care, and then the conflict makes people care even more. And what keeps people staying throughout the story is that desire, the payoff at the end. And the payoff at the end shouldn't last very long. It should just happen and it's over. The bulk of everything, okay, is the conflict and the journey. That's everything. The backstory is just a little bit, and then the payoff at the end is a little bit. Okay, now, so what I'm saying is in all your content pieces for the character, you really should have a show and honestly have the character go through lots of different conflicts, okay, towards a desire. Hopefully that makes sense. And the character could be anything. It could be a frog, it could be a princess, or it could be a door, or it could be straight up prop. It could be a freaking volleyball, like that one Wilson movie, the survival guy on the island. Or it could be you, okay? And so it could be anything, okay? Next advanced marketing principle I want to talk about isn't in itself a marketing thing. But what it has to do is within yourself. So being resourceful wins, even if you have a lot of resources. Being resourceful and creative wins, because there's a lot of actual advice I gave in this video where you don't have to have a lot of resources to win. You can borrow money, okay, and make things happen from sheer great knowledge, strategy, planning for what you're going to take action on, and then using that money to do so. You can do free methods, okay? You can also do free methods. You can do Hive and Score content. You don't have to have money to do Hive and Score content. Look at Mr. Beast. He has a lot of money. He didn't start with that, okay? And so if you want to go that angle, you can. I'm not saying it's the key to everything. I'm saying it's a powerful, powerful way to do things. And you could be super resourceful, okay? Just think of something very, very hard to copy and look around you. Look within yourself. Look what you have access to and use it. Look at your connections. I'm sure there's something you could create that's Hive and Score, a marketing piece. That's a whole goal. You're making videos, essentially. All of marketing really comes down to a big element of it all, which is videos, okay? Pictures are great, but videos tell a trillion words, octillion words, Googleplex words, okay? An image tells 1,000. What would you rather have, you know? You'd rather have a freaking video, okay? All right, next I want to cover here is copy success, okay? There's so much success out there, just open your eyes, you know? Like, how do people sleep with all the opportunities and success in the world? It's crazy, right? And just freaking open your eyes to it, bro. Just open your eyes, because it's everywhere. And other people's successful marketing pieces, other people's success doing marketing, you'll see the examples everywhere, okay? I'm not going to show my personal funnels and my ads necessarily. I have shown some here and there. I'll never show my big YouTube channel that gets millions of views per month and freaking makes me passive income forever of 6 figures per month. I'm never going to show that channel because, yes, a lot of you won't copy it, but there will be a few that will, okay? And that can really ruin what I have going there, okay? But my point is, like, you could look at any YouTube channel out there and see. You could look at any marketing campaign out there. There's spy tools, okay? I even give access to a spy tool for just adult marketing. I give access to it for a super cheap discount. You can check that out down below, okay? It's called AdPlexly Adult, okay? I give access to my login for that, just $50 a month. But anyway, you can look for free and see like what's worked for others. You can Google up stuff. I mean, it never ends. My point is you put together a big swipe file and save a bunch of stuff of what you found. You write down your notes and stuff of what you found that was successful. You go ahead and you copy that, man. And it's best to copy success outside of your niche and then apply it to your niche. Okay, I remember I got that tip. I got that exact tip from actually a few different mentors over time. I remember this vividly right now. And I bypassed it. I'm like, okay, great. But I'm telling you, like, take what's worked for outside your niche and apply it to your niche. I'm telling you, combine it. It's crazy what can happen. Because people inside your niche would know that you copied someone inside the niche because they see everyone. But someone outside of the niche apply. That makes you different. That makes you stand out. That makes you win. Do you want to win? I'm sure you do. So thank you so much for watching this video. Check out links in the description. Get inside the No Limits method. It's closing down at the end of the month. Peace out, Learn Machines. I hope you freaking love this video. And peace out. Let's go.